Hello, I'm Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Play King's Bounty 2. So last time we managed to finally kill Baron the Pond, but we suffered some losses in the process and it will actually be a bit more significant problem than I initially thought, because I wasn't able to find any replacements for either the Archmages, which I kind of expected, but also I didn't find any replacement for the flamethrowers. That surprised me a lot, because we have two dwarven unit vendors or recruiters or whatever we call them on the map, and neither of them has any flamethrowers. I thought that at this point we had access to infinite number of those. Maybe I just missed something somewhere, but I don't think so. I visited these two, I visited this one. This is a dwarven trader. This guy is just under. These are trolls, didn't get anything here. I visited this guy. This one is a dwarf. This is undead, I think, more undead. These are just animals. Anarchy, I checked these two. I checked this one. I'm pretty sure there are no dwarves here, and these are trolls. So I think we don't have the option to get flamethrowers. That's our main source of damage, so we'll have to be a bit careful what we are doing now. And when we get to the next fight, I think we will have to make some changes in the army. I may keep the Archmage. Actually, I may just keep both. They're doing fire damage, and well, with the fire vulnerability that we apply, they'll still be doing probably more than anything else that we could put into the army. But well, we'll see. It will depend on what the next fight is going to be. For now, we are returning back to the castle, or whatever this place is called. I guess just castle. What used to be Dupont's hideout. And we are supposed to search it. We already have these three places highlighted, and then search the haven and then find components for the ritual. Okay, so let's have a look. I think, yeah, this is the gate that we entered through. And this is the battlefield. Okay. Can we talk to any one of these specifically? Nope. There is something here. Or is it? It's on top.
Thorn Spoon says there are items related to the ritual nearby.
Okay, so we just pick it up and nothing else. Who are you guys? Can I talk to you?
Thank you for your kindness. You've certainly been a great help to me.
Why are you here?
I am called Olson. I'm a miller. I wasn't bothering anyone. I was simply minding my own business when these masked thugs attacked, bound me, and put a bag over my head. Pop up and I'm in a cage. Who are you?
I'm Countess Catherine of Rigern.
Oh, rescued by an actual noble. Thank you.
And what about you? I actually learned a little bit more from this guy. He looks like someone who might actually know something.
Hi there, it's me, Vincent. Remember me from the old outpost?
No.
I think I do.
If only we had found a way to work together and attacked those scoundrels. I'd be a wealthy man. I could have paid you well for my freedom. But still, I do have this for you. My thanks.
Really don't remember this guy. What was that? Channel? Don't really need that for now. There was something somewhere. Just a pouch of gold.
Found one.
Kill us
Not
if
bad.
you wish. It won't change a thing.
O great spirit of the beyond, whose wisdom we already bear, hear thy servant, thy herald calling out to you. Hear me, you mighty spirit, hear me, you spirit of unity. In thy tower in the beyond you slumber. Show thy sign that I may know thy will here in Antara. When that dies, when the sun freezes, when the eighth vessel is full, thy time shall come. Eighth vessel? What is that? The forbidding barrier shall weaken, and thy herald shall thrice proclaim thy glorious arrival, and thy realm shall overtake Antara. Thy mercy shall awaken the unity, thy mind shall grant us knowledge, thy will shall fill us with strength. You will be with us for eternity, and with you we shall be united. Okay. Oh, that's it? I thought there was something else on the table. I guess we picked up the scroll, and I think there was another fragment, that weird purple thing. Nothing. What is the last one? Somewhere up there, but let me check if there is anything else around here. How much mana do we have? 3200. That's decent.
What a kitty. But I didn't
Can I
finish.
loot his corpse or something? No. And why is he floating?
Why? I hate you! This is all your fault. Clyde is dead because of you. Because of your flirting with the dead and those wicked witches. Get away! Go! May Logi scatter your bones for the dogs and the vultures.
I wonder if going with the other option would save him. I guess we'll never know. And more importantly, if that would have any consequences throughout the rest of the game. Archmages Staff. Oh wait, we have Mage's Staff. This one was Archmages Staff. $3.8. This one is $2.10. I'm not sure that I like trading the magic power. Increase the healing effectiveness by 20%. And if you get the set, then it casts Vortex. I thought that we might have already seen this stuff. Maybe in a shop somewhere, and I decided not to buy it. Alright, this one gives finesse units a morale boost. This one doesn't. Okay, so we will just stick to the Mage Staff. Morale is so much stronger than almost anything else. On a hot summer's day, when the sun and the moon are in zenith, perform the lesser rite of unity. Fill the crystal vessel with magical energy drained from human bodies. Write upon it the seal of the herald and arcane knowledge. Treat the vessel with in sands of dried rainbow frogs and hide it. Assemble 7 vessels in less than a dozen days. Find the 8th vessel, pure of thought and loyal to unity. On a moonless night, when the sun and moon are in nadir, you shall go to a secluded place, away from vulgar human homes. Hold the crystal vessels like your firstborn babe. Use your spark of creation to join with them. Read the great rite of the herald 7 times. 7 times. And as the last word hangs in the air, the vessels shall rise up. With a steady hand, write the Warog rune, opening the gate, and read this spell thrice. In the beyond, in his home, the spirit of unity waits for us. We shall open the gates for him, and he shall bestow upon us his gifts. And the reign of the herald shall come to Antara, in the sky as upon the land. Then he will appear to you, unite your bodies and sparks, and you will learn the true secrets of the world. Okay. That sounds like fun.
Why?
Show K-Torn the evidence, which means we are heading back here. I kind of want to check the dungeon first, maybe, since we are already here. Also, let's return for that chest. Just getting on my nerves seeing it on the map. Maybe a horse would be useful for this. Yeah, I think the plan is to check the dungeon, and if it's not too long, we will return to K-Thorn, and that's where we'll end this episode. Sounds like a plan. So, chest. It has to be very close. Come on, it shouldn't be that hard to find. I should be standing basically right on top of it. Oh, it's on the other side. Well, that wasn't worth it. Okay, we have seen the village. We have been to this altar.
Why all this fuss with rituals? Just teleport me to the haven.
No, that's not what I
Already
wanted.
secured the haven against any attempt at penetration. I can't get you across the ruin. The spirits will destroy any magic I create. All I can hope for is your help.
Excuse me. Is there anything here? This looks like a spot where I would expect some loot. Nope. Hey, that's new. I don't think we have found any loot in hanging cauldrons before. What the hell? Pretty sure I've seen something here. +1 magic power, I'll take that. That's probably maybe even the most useful stat at this point. Because I don't think more leadership really gives us anything. Because we have reached the maximum size of all the stacks that we are currently using.
That dubious map does not lie. These doors are quite impressive. This is getting more interesting.
Okay. I should probably check the journal. What are we doing here? Explore the dungeon. At the Mage's Tower, I spotted a notice about treasure map for sale. But why sell it rather than collect the treasure yourself? An old man who's been a disciple for many years offered to sell me a treasure map. The price is quite high, and it could very well be a con. There are hardly any such maps nowadays. The treasure's long since discarded and looted. The old disciple sold me blah blah blah. Follow the overgrown path. Well, we bought a map, we found the dungeon, that's all that we know. Any fighting? No, but that looks very much like a puzzle down there. And I'm not gonna lie, this looks kinda cool. What the hell is this? Can we touch it? Use it? No.
It seems like this dungeon has been preserved by some residual magic.
Oh, there is something. Oh, just another pouch of gold.
Magic of the Serpentines.
This
Is
reminds me
this
of
a tyrant?
something.
Lissa? Moraine?
I know what it reminds me of. Some puzzles in Tomb Raider. I don't think we can go through yet. The power of light refraction. Those experienced in the art of sorcery crave to explore the particles of light. I, Lysa, master of the beams, worked many nights on this spell. By splitting the light, we gain power to put us on the same level with younger serpents. They will obey us. In order to split the beam, I set lenses of colored glass. Okay, so this is the guide to the puzzle. I set lenses of colored glass into cells. Then one must touch the activation rune. I make the crystals emit the fundamental colors, transforming them with the help of the lenses. This ring is my symbol and the focus of my power. The power of splitting charges it. May the younger serpents be afraid. Human fears no longer possess me. This was revealed by lies of Isis to the Serpentines. Okay, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. So that looks like crystal. Is it just that we touch those three, they do their thing and...
Found something.
No, I actually looted... Oh, are we supposed to... Okay, let's just pick up the rest, I guess.
Just the thing. Might be handy.
And now we use it here.
You could have come up with something more difficult.
Okay. Is there anything else I can touch? Playing with lasers, what could possibly go wrong? I need to connect it to something, but I have no idea to what. I mean, they're red. This is red. Do I connect it here? No. Was that the solution, actually? No. Set lenses of colored glass into style. Okay, I've done that. Then one must touch the activation rune. One must touch the activation rune. Where is activation rune? Does anybody see an activation rune? Am I blind? Well, the answer is yes, but am I that blind that I don't see the activation rune? If it would be cool if it was here, so we could observe whatever is supposed to happen from here. But I really don't see anything. Activation rune. Activation rune. I don't see any runes. Well, that didn't tell me anything. I bet that it's something obvious. And I've had it on the screen like 5 times. Nope. Must touch the activation rune. Funny thing is, when I finally find the rune, or if I ever find the rune, something is gonna come out and probably kill me. Oh. Oh. Yellow. Wait, you are supposed to be blue. It works a little bit differently. So, you are supposed to be blue. You are supposed to be green. And you are supposed to be red. There we go. That's it. That's it. Probably shouldn't have touched that. That's a dragon. Some ancient wolves. They are kinda scary. No, they are very scary actually. Only 1700 hit points. -2 initiative to all units? Seriously? I don't think I want to do this fight. Also, I'm surprised that the dragon is not immune to fire damage. Yeah, this will have to wait. I really don't feel like fighting a dragon now. Okay. So that's already 2 fights that I'm not willing to do. Or we may try the Chimera again, but the main reason why I don't want to go there is that I don't know how to do it the through the like the finesse option. I didn't find anything there that would let me do it, and I don't want to waste time just running around not knowing what to do, because I've already done that and didn't find anything. I guess no matter what we do next, we'll always have to do a nasty fight. There is a teleport. Come on. Well, I will just return for those pouches later. This should probably be shorter. I'll probably get like, I don't know, 200-300 gold in those pouches, but I don't know. Just
What's going on here?
oh, well, okay, later.
First, there was the sound of a trumpet. Then these winged ladies showed up. And the spirits lost all control, racing around the main square like a flock of spooked hens. We're preparing the calming ritual, so please, bear with me.
How long will it take? A month? Less?
Not too long. Let's say 15 hours or so.
Kaythorn's waiting for me right now.
If you're in such a hurry, you are welcome to fight your way through. I can spare a couple of disciples to assist, and to make sure you don't harm our elementals.
What's all this fuss in the Mage's Tower? Now that's something new.
Interesting. What was I talking about before that? Those pouches of gold. I won't really get anything useful there, just a few hundred gold, but seeing those markers on the map is just getting on my nerves. Okay, this looks interesting. Celestial Warriors. How fast are you? Faster than me. Is it time to make some changes? Like this, for example. The cavalrymen are here basically just to let me go first. Okay, we'll leave the disciples here. They will get wrecked probably by this stag. And we want to spread out as much as possible. You can go. Oh, I can't go. Damn it, I thought I would be able to move here. I could try something like this and send the cavalrymen forward. And that way the AoE from the elementals won't be as deadly. Two, three. Okay, there's only one thing I'm doing on the first turn. Good. So I can't hit the ice elementals unless I go up here, which I may want to do. Oh, come on. Well, at least one is down. And that's good. That's what I was hoping the ice elementals would do, target this stack. Then try to finish them off. Nope. Okay, that's fine. And now what are you gonna do? Waste your time. That's great. This shouldn't hurt that much, so that's excellent. And we hit here. Are you gonna burn to death? No. I still think I want to hit the Celestial Warriors so that the charge from the cavalry next turn kills one. This one is pinned down. We'll see what we can do about these guys. I think I may just send some kind of spell there. Yeah, that was good. I was hoping for more crits. Or maybe an extra turn would be nice. No? Thinking about the meteor here on the stone elementals, because that will kill the ice elemental as well. These guys are immune. Okay, charge. Oh, that's healing is kinda annoying. And that's even more annoying. Okay, hit point wise, we are doing quite well. If I move, I won't really be able to get to the stone elementals anyway, so we'll just buff up. And shoot. Oh, that's actually useful. Thank you. I want to do as much damage as possible to the stone elementals, I think. Yep, I was hoping they would still keep wasting their time with the Firehand Golems. I mean, I could do Resurrection, but I don't think I want to waste mana. Oh, nice, that was a crit. So there's an interesting question. How are we gonna kill the fire elementals with our fire damage army? What kind of spells do we have? Heavenly Storm sounds good. Expensive as hell, but effective. Cool. Yeah, that was a waste. That is a waste. For now. Good. You can't really do anything to the elementals, so that's your only option. And you'll get ready for a charge. You are 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. We'll just charge from here. Yeah, that's nothing because we should be able to kill the angel before it can do anything. Great. So you can take a break. 400 health. I mean, I could finish it with the spell, but it would have to be an expensive spell, so let's just not do that. Pretty sure he's immune. Who goes first, by the way? We go first. There we go. I could have used actually no, we don't need the resurrection here. We can just pay. We didn't even spend that much mana in the end. We spent like 60. So actually made like 30 mana. This wasn't quite as bad as I thought it might be. Taking the cavalryman was a good idea. That slow helped a lot.
Ah, it's you. What have you dug up on the cultists' rituals?
Are you not going to explain what that was all about? I had to fight my way here.
Really? That means our prisoner has awakened the ancient charms of the Mage's Tower. Impressive. We could have summoned Nevedas' warriors the same way easily. So much effort for nothing. But let's stick to the point. Did you bring me the cult items?
A detailed description of the ritual, and a suspicious mana crystal. Will that do?
Excellent. That means the spell worked. Right. I'll need to examine these papers. And the crystal. Odd. It's not from the Mage Factory. You may be surprised to hear I don't know all that much about stones. Could you show it to someone at the Quartz Miners Cooperative in Ruin? Either they themselves mined it, or it was imported. We need to investigate its origins. I'm certain this peculiar crystal will lead us to another of the cult's lairs.
Your wisdom. Are you alright?
Okay, I'm pretty sure we got the level up out of this. And by the way, did you see...
I'm the most powerful mage in all of Nostria. Are you hurt?
Do you see the color of his robe? I don't mean white. I don't mean the... I mean the purple. No, not purple. What's the color?
Then get your
actually, I don't know
laboratory now. Get to work, disciples.
the English word. But it's the same color that the cultist robes had. This guy is the main villain of this game. I'm pretty sure he is. We will just bring him all of the pieces of the ritual and he's gonna perform it, then escape into some alternate dimension. We'll have to get him out of there, and there we're gonna fight them, like the main void god or whatever. Okay, where are we supposed to go? There is a scroll that I somehow missed, so maybe we could check that. And he sent us... Where did he send us? Here. Okay, so next time we will have to cross the river. And both these fights are nasty. Although these quartz miners sound like dwarves, that could mean more flamethrowers somewhere around here. At least something. And before we leave, let's go for the scroll. Pick it up, but also I want to check the vendor here in the academy. Maybe the vendor has got new units for sale. What the hell? Are they new scrolls? Just a spell scroll. I thought that there might be some scrolls with information. Someone leaving notes for us. There. Nope, just more spells. So which of these vendors would have mages? Not you. I'll probably return to the capital of Camera. What is this? Did they have like a new rank or something? Because those are rank 3 disciples. Well, let's make a cut here. I can check the vendors again in between episodes, but and I definitely will. It would be nice to get back the Archmage. Next time we'll start either here or here. I'll also check both these fights off camera and choose the easier one. Though I think we will have to do this fight no matter what. If I do this one, then we won't be able to get past the army anyway, so may as well just go directly for these guys and then check the peninsula here. Yeah, I think we will do this fight next. If I remember correctly, it's going to be quite painful, but we should be able to go through. And then we'll check all of these quests, see if we can find those flamethrowers that we need now. And then we'll see where the crystal takes us. So we are done with this episode. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you're going to join me next time again. And until then, have a good time. Bye-bye.